What's going on? It's Justeeni here, and today I've got another grand finals of the Polysseum, this time against someone you hopefully should recognize, RAMDINGLER. If I hit 2k subs, I'll try to do a RAMDINGLER impression. But yeah, we're going against him. He's a really good player, like really good player, and he's also a good Polytuber, linked in the description. You should check him out. And yeah. First game though, I've got a pretty good spawn, and let's just kind of get right into things. So, just doing normal Empress things, exploring around. Second city's good, because I can just use fishing to level up that capital first. And my economy's going to be doing pretty well. You're going to see something interesting here. I workshop it, and here's why I workshop it. First off, that's a lot of economy by turn 3. Second off, I have been cooking up this strategy, and this was actually the first tournament I really tried this strategy out, like first time actually doing this in tournament, and it's also the only Archie tournament where I made it to grand finals. Now, it definitely was a coincidence. I got pretty lucky in these games, especially leading up. You will see some highlights of that. But, like, this strategy can cook, and you'll kind of see in these games. So we get that lighthouse as well, and yeah, the point is with these workshops is I'm going to get a ton of economy to let me develop super fast, and I'm going to transition that into scouts. And I get the star ruins is just phenomenal. It's just icing on the cake. My spawn's already amazing, able to get all these easy level 3 cities, and it only cost me 14 stars to get a giant, but I'm actually not going to do that. Not even next turn. I could afford it, but I'm not actually going to do it. Instead, I'm going to get sailing, and I'm gonna kick Empress, well, the opposing Empress, off of the water. Except RAMDINGLER doing what he does best, dingling rams and also making rammers. I'm sorry. Yeah, that wasn't funny. But yeah, so rammers do counter scouts. Except they don't, actually. Here's why. So if you have a scout, you pew the rammer. Now the rammer's at 6 HP, and it can no longer one-shot scouts. This is the secret sauce with this strategy, really, is it's actually pretty good against rammers, because you've got the workshop, so you're going to have that really good eco. You don't really need explorers, because the scouts already have you covered. Not that you never get explorers, you do, just not with your first couple cities. And then you just use those scouts to... well, not really get countered by the rammers, because you're just going to poke them once, and then now they can't one-shot your scouts, and they actually trade surprisingly evenly. Now, if they have like scouts and rammers, it gets complicated, but when it's just rammers versus just scouts, rammers actually don't have the advantage, and this does matter a lot. But you're seeing, now I get the giant, and the reason why I get it now is because now it's basically free. I'm just using a port connection plus a lighthouse, instead of placing 2 ports on my capital for 14 stars. And that's going to be really nice because, you know, I'm going to develop the city. The city is disgusting, by the way. Just look at this city. It's surrounded completely by water, which means if I really wanted to place 6 ports for my second giant, I could. Of course, I'm not going to, but yeah, unfortunately, well, I mean, sensibly, RAMDINGLER resigns here, mostly because look at his spawn. Like, this is spawn disparity 101. Like, look at this. He's landlocked. I know he has this, but like, look at this ocean. This is sad. So I got very lucky game 1. You know, again, RAMDINGLER's a very good player, but let's cut to game 2 to see things really go down. All right, so we're in game 2, and again, I have a really nice spawn, and I'm hosting this time. So maybe things will change, maybe they won't though. Because, you know, when I have a good spawn, I try to not throw, because I'll never be able to sleep at night if I do. But yeah, again, workshopping it, just going for that quick eco. And another benefit of the workshop is that I'm actually able to get a warrior the same turn I play support. If I get an explorer, I'm actually 1 star off. But let's, hold on, let's go back. There's RAMDINGLER. And why is that so important? That's important because this turn on turn 5, I had 0 stars, and I would gain 7. I have 7 stars. Okay, I can play support, but where? There's not really anywhere super useful that really screams out and is amazing. You know, it's just okay. 7 stars is nice to work with. I can't upgrade the city though, or upgrade my capital or this city, or do anything really. But because I met RAMDINGLER, I got 5 stars. You can see this, 12 stars. And that makes all the difference here, and you are about to see why. Look at this combination that is about to unfold. I upgrade my capital. I upgrade that city. I have 11 stars, so now I can upgrade my 3rd city as well. Get an explorer. Trying to get a lighthouse there. Unfortunately, I was not lucky, but I do find some villages, which is pretty nice. And I trained 2 warriors. None of that would have been possible without the meat. Like, obviously I could have still trained some warriors, but I could not have leveled up all those cities like that. And I get another explorer from the ruins, getting that lighthouse down there. Now I only need 4 population, and I get sailing. I'm really close to a giant already. I'm gonna get another explorer, trying to get that lighthouse in the corner, but unfortunately I missed. But I do get some good vision of RAMDINGLER. That's kind of why I went for it, is because, you know, worst case, I get good vision. That's a pretty good worst case. But now at this point, my plan for the giant is just connect this city. I'm going to connect this city right here. Do all that. And then I'm going to use this lighthouse and this fish. I tried to go for another explorer because I wanted to see if I could get away with not getting this lighthouse so I could hop on the ruins, but unfortunate, I don't get the lighthouse, so I have to use a scout. But it's worth it. I get a scout and I get the giant. And at this point, once again, I have a really strong position. And it's kind of looking a lot like last time, kind of because, well, spoiler alert, it is a lot like last time. I'm just gonna demolish the opponent. And look at this play. You know how I say border growths are expensive? This is a very notable exception to the rule. Because if I got a population growth on this city, it would cost me 14 stars to get a giant. With 2 ports. But this border growth instead actually makes it cheaper, making it 10 stars to get the giant. And I know you guys might be thinking, well, you just took some territory away from your other cities. Okay, well, this city, I'm going to connect with a port to get to level 2. This fish does not help. This city, I'm going to connect with a port, then upgrade with 2 fish and a fruit to level 3. Also doesn't affect it. So this border growth is actually amazing. It does everything I want to do. It also just allows, you know, my units to heal more easily, and it allows me to upgrade my ships in some trickier spots, so they have to keep that in mind. I can put my rammers in really weird spots and get away with it. So it gives me some really good tactical advantages, and it saves me stars. Just everything you could ever want in a border growth. And they're connecting everything to their capital, getting things going, but they are down quite a few cities. They need to be able to fight back. But watch this one. So I get the giant, connect that city, and then Grand Bazaar for the city wall. And the reason why I like to get city walls like this, mostly on like Conti or Archie, is because it's actually really hard to counter city walls. That's the main reason. Because the best counters to city walls are going to be giants and catapults. Catapults, you are never getting on Archie. And giants become juggernauts, which are much worse at countering city walls. And then the second reason is because strategy becomes a lot better on Archie, and defenders are amazing with city walls. So if I get strategy at some point, which I likely will get, maybe even before ramming, to be honest, a defender just with the city wall, it's just such a thorn in their side. They cannot traverse through this area, and it's going to cause some problems. But yeah, they try their hardest, but they only have 5 cities, and I have soon to be 7, and I have an extra super unit. I just have too many advantages to work with here, unfortunately. Again, when I have a good spawn, I make sure to not throw it, so then I can sleep at night, and your boy is sleeping tonight. Yeah, but our eco's chilling. We're taking this city. Let's be honest. They are not stopping this. It's simply not happening. I get navigation from a ruins because we're not doing good enough clear. Like now it's 8-4. I still have this super unit advantage. I'm getting more and more scouts. My eco is through the roof at 31 star per turn, and I'm just spamming more units, and they just cannot handle it. And then they just give up and resign, and I win 2-0. Second tournament win, baby, against the RAMDINGLER. I got super lucky on both spawns. That's competitive Polytopia for you. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like and sub. Check out RAMDINGLER's channel in the description. He's a real RAMDINGLER. # certified, I don't know. And have a good one.